Everyone, hope everyone is doing great, and I'm back with another video today. And in this video I want to speak a little more about the shadow work, which I spoke already in my previous video, in my last video, but I want to stretch a little more about the same term because this is the most important aspect of human life. As an individual, we definitely will have to figure out what are our shadows, and we have to work on ourselves so that we can evolve as a person, right? Without that work we cannot evolve, we cannot grow, our soul cannot grow. So I want to help. If I am able to help at least one person over there, then that's my greatest achievement, and I want to do the same. Okay, so first let me explain why these shadow thing happens. Okay, I already said, like, shadow are those aspects of our own selves which we have hidden, which we have kept hidden inside of us, right? Which we have not let it revealed to the outside world. There's a quote: human beings, every human being on the planet carry three faces. One face which they show to the world, one face which they show to the close ones, and one face which they don't show to anyone. They themselves are also not aware of. So that is the shadow self, right? So shadow work is important in order to make all those three faces into one. We have to incline all those three faces into one, so we become the same person in person, individual as well, and as well as in public, right? Because the more transparent we are, the more single face we are, the easier our life would be, right? So that is possible only when we do our shadow work, because without shadow, even we are not aware of our faces inside of us, right? So that is why it's very important to do the shadow work. And one more thing, what is shadow work? Just little bit of explanation. Every individual, every one of us has two energies inside of us, okay? Divine feminine and divine masculine, which we call Shiv Shakti. Shiv is masculine energy and Shakti is feminine energy. So before spiritual awakening, every one of us is awakened to one energy. Either you are awakened to your masculine energy or you are awakened to your feminine energy. Now talking about me, before my spiritual awakening, I was awakened to my feminine energy. I was not a masculine kind of person. But when the spiritual awakening thing happened, I understood a lot of things and I balanced my energy, right? I balanced both of my energies inside of me. Because of that, I was able to do a lot of things, right? Because until and unless you are, not realizing who you are and what are your capabilities, what you can do, till the time you are not awakened with both the energies inside of you, it's not possible for you to understand what you can do and what you are and who you are in person, what you are from inside. So just to understand and know your own self, shadow work is very important. Okay, so shadow work, like the way I said last time, it can be done in two ways, like whether divine wants you to do it or you are willingly looking to do it, right? So if divine wants you to do it, then there is a particular journey for you. That's twin flame journey it is. I'll speak about it in my another video. But yes, if you are in a twin flame journey, then you are definitely going to be awakened with your another energy, right? Because that's the journey, most difficult journey, which will teach you all kind of things in your life. This is the journey where your twin will teach you every important thing in your life. Basically every important lessons of your life will be taught in this particular journey. So if you are in that journey, then it happens automatically. Like there is a divine process, divine will make you do it. Okay, I'll speak about it in another video. So that's how divine makes you do the things, right? Okay, so that's the one thing. When divine wants you to do it, the process happens automatically, right? The process is definitely a very painful process, but divine will just grind you to that extent where you will liberate everything, and you will just liberate from this world, and whatever is binding you, or whatever is limiting your potential or anything. It will make you liberate from everything. That's the one process. If divine wants you to work on yourself, it happens automatically. But on the other hand, if you are looking to do your shadow work by your own self and divine is not interfering, then there is a process. Okay, there are multiple opportunities where you can spot your shadow. I tell you one, I give you one bestest example. Just consider a water tank. Okay, tank full of water. Okay, when we see from the top, right, the water seems so clear. There is no impurities, there is no particles, there is nothing. But when we shake that tank up, then all the sediments, all the particles, all the impurities which was settled down there, right, undisturbed, now comes to the surface. Everything comes to the surface. Same thing with us. When we go through some tough situation, right, when we go through something which was never expected, then our inside starts coming out. That happens. So when it comes out, then your emotions gets triggered, right? That's how you can spot on your shadow. Why your emotions are getting triggered, the way you are reacting, the way you are projecting yourself into the outside world. That is when your shadow can be spotted. That's the first thing, right? So once you spot your shadow, you can work on yourself. You can get to the root of that shadow. Why was that created? Why was that created at the first place? Why did I have that hidden thing inside of me, hidden somewhere beneath there, which I was not even aware of, right? So now when it came to surface, you can figure out the root. You can go to the root and heal that thing. Heal the wounds, because it comes from the wounds. Believe me or not, it comes from some kind of wounds. So you have to go there, you have to heal your wounds, and you have to just share some light on that darkness, right? You have to accept that, and you can get rid of it. Now when you can get rid of it, then why do you have to keep that hidden over there? You can just accept it and make it your power, convert it into your power, right? So that's how it works. That's the one thing how you can spot on your shadow. Another way of spotting our shadow is I'm not asking you to judge yourself, but yes, definitely as a person we do have a lot of parameters, like lot of labels. When it comes to other people, we judge them, we put some label on them, right? We are so quick to say, oh, this person is this, right? We have all those tendencies inside of us. That's human tendency. Every one of us has that. So when you do that to other person, try applying same parameters to yourself as well, right? Try seeing the same thing from the other person's perspective. If the other person was in your place and you were in their place, then how would that person react? The same way you are reacting, if that person also reacted in the same way, then what will happen to you, right? And you will figure out, whatever parameters I have for the other person, whatever the judging things I have for the other person, is what my shadow self is making me do it, right? So we can figure it out that way, right? Okay, here I'm not at all asking you to judge yourself, right? I am only asking you to test yourself, examine yourself, because you have made certain parameters to judge other people. Try to get into same parameters and see if you can pass the test, or if you have all the capabilities or all the important thing whatever the other person does not have, if you have it all or not. If not, then you can figure it out, what are your shadow and what are you lacking, right? Because that's the most important thing. When it comes to other people, we can see things very quickly, we can see things very clearly, but when it comes to our own selves, we cannot see it on our own, right? So that is why I'm asking you to do it. And if you can pass all the parameters test whatever you have, then that means you do not have any shadow self. That's the greatest thing, right? So again, you don't have to judge yourself putting on those parameters, because judging comes from non-acceptance, and here we are talking about accepting our dark side, right? So that should not be happening. So you should not be judging yourself, right? You only have to just put yourself on those parameters and see if you can pass or not. That's all. And if you can pass, then you do not have any any shadow, right? Any lack, you do not lack anywhere, right? So if you do not pass all those tests, then you can figure out what is your shadow work needs to be done on you, right? So that's the another thing what I can help you out with. And yes, those are the things from me for today, and I will again see you guys next time. Okay, next Monday most probably I'll see you guys again. Till then, take care, bye bye, and yes, be happy. Thanks.